everyone. Foxborough boys basketball coaches John Gibbs and CJ Neely here tonight to bring you state tournament action between Foxborough and North Attleboro girls basketball.
Always an exciting time to be out for the state tournament. Foxborough coming in ready to go here at the away gym, looking fired up, talking to the girls throughout the day. They're very excited to get this thing underway. Looking forward to a great night of basketball.
Foxborough comes in with an overall record of 10-10. They won 4 of their last 5 games to qualify for the tournament. They finished tied for 3rd in the Davenport with Stoughton at 7-9, and they're the 13 seed here in the Division II South Sectional. North Attleboro, on the other hand, winning the Kelly Rex division for the 2nd straight season, coming in at 15-7 overall, 13-3 in the Hockomock, coming in at the 4 seed, dropping down to Division II this year for the first time, and they are certainly looking to make some noise here in the Division II South Sectional. Last meeting between the two teams, North Attleboro won by 10, 54-44, in a game that was tied 13-13 at halftime. Both teams had a cold shooting first half, and then North Attleboro pulled away in the second half with a 27-9 run in the second half where they made 5 3-pointers.
Both teams really struggled from the three-point line last game, as much as those three-pointers were big for North. Team shot 23% from the 3 last time, and Foxborough only shooting 13%. So look for that to change tonight. Both teams have very good shooting, and we expect to see the numbers go up tonight in this game. 3-point
shooting is a huge part of the offensive equation for North Attleboro. They took 26 3-point shots in 32 minutes the last time out, so Foxborough will certainly have to guard the 3-point line. Certainly a matchup to watch tonight will be the matchup between Foxborough's Kat Tamulonis and North Attleboro's Allie McHugh. Tamulonis is Foxborough's leading scorer. Last time out against North Attleboro, she did not score in the first half, did not have a field goal until the 4th quarter. North coach John Delbonis credited that with the tough defense of Allie McHugh. You have to think McHugh will be on Tamulonis again tonight, and that is certainly a matchup to watch.
Well, I think you got to credit it to Dan Damish, maybe being on the sideline of North Attleboro, former Foxborough head coach and gym teacher, currently now, obviously joking around. We saw some familiar faces over there with Dan, and then Chris Perrin also for last year's varsity coach for the boys. So familiar faces on the north side. I am expecting to see Kat get a lot more points tonight. She's been much more aggressive in recent games, leading them into the tournament. And, she's kind of an unstoppable force at times. So when she gets herself going, Foxborough really does some nice things.
Well, I sure hope you're right, CJ. We'll see how this thing plays out. I know I wouldn't bet against it. North controls the tip, goes to Perrin. Tries to skip it across and immediately deflected out of bounds by Ballou.
Deflections are always good on the defensive end. Any deflection can really mess with the offensive strategy of any team, just break their rhythm.
Foxborough showing a 2-3 zone on the baseline out of bounds play here. They'll have to do a good job guarding the 3-point line out of it, as we mentioned earlier.
Oh, excellent job by Rathgeb, stepping up, showing her hands, being big in the middle.
Warner looks to get Foxborough into its offense. North also playing a 2-3 zone. So both teams going to pack it in the paint, look to eliminate dribble penetration, and perhaps be willing to give up some 3-point shots on the perimeter.
Ooh, nice high-low action. She's got a step in front there. Looks like it went off the North player. Foxborough will get the ball underneath here in the baseline out of bounds. Coach Downs yelling out a call from the sideline.
Nice break for Foxborough there. They're going to get another shot at it here. See, North's going to flatten out their 2-3 zone on the baseline out of bounds. Still put a girl on the ball. Baloo open for three in the corner. Can't get it to go.
Oh. Warner working hard inside. Gets 2 rebounds and ties it up for another jump ball to take another baseline out of bounds play right here.
Warner is definitely a scrappy player. You got to love the hustle and the heart by her out there at all times.
They're going to need big plays like that. Another deflection. That ball saved in.
Loose ball on the floor. Harrison down scrapping for it.
2 tie-ups in the first 47 seconds. You don't see it too often, but ball will go back to North Attleboro on the tie-up.
You got to like the effort so far by Warner and Harrison to get in there and mix it up for the loose balls. Here comes Perrin. North going to look to work the ball around the perimeter against Foxboro's 2-3 zone. Skip pass over to Perrin. Good job of closing out on the shooters. There goes Beaupre.
Oh, dear Lord.
A blocking foul called on Foxborough. Looked to me like she had a pretty good position.
I think excuse the ref on that call, John. That looked like a great charge. I think maybe what they were looking for is Rathgeb to go down on that, but she clearly established position. Tough call. Looks like an early hometown call here in North Attleboro.
I mean, I could live with a no call, but looks like Beaupre was out of control, and the referees bailed her out. She just plowed right into the Foxborough defender, who was straight up. Let's take another look at it here. Beaupre's going to go in. Looks to me like Rathgeb's got great position. Again, I think that's a bailout call, but she misses the first, makes the second. 1-0 lead for North. Sideline break for Foxborough, looking to push it ahead quickly. They find Tamulonis, can't get the 3 to go. Harrison again in there fighting for the position for the rebound. So far, that's 2 3-point attempts for Foxborough against the North Attleboro zone. Couldn't get either to go.
I did like the initial high-low action they tried to do on that first possession. Just got to have someone stepping in front of the North defender.
Baseline drive swallowed up. Tamulonis looking to push. Again, high-low action set up, but there's the entry pass to the high post. They got Rathgeb inside. Second attempt is good. And the foul. You got to like the willingness to get the ball inside against the 2-3 zone.
Well, you look at Rathgeb. Last game we saw them. She did an excellent job. We had a lot of comments about her physical play and how well she battled Milford's big girl in the middle, Pye. And tonight she gets started off early with an and 1.
Against the 2-3 zone, you can't just swing the ball around the perimeter and settle for 3-point shots all night. You still have to find ways to get the ball inside, and the high-low action is one of the best ways to go about that. So hopefully we'll see a lot more of that from the Warriors. North now looking to swing the ball around the perimeter, and there's a long 3 by Costello, no good. North's all over the rebound, but Tamulonis has it, and here she goes, looking to push. You like to see this if you're Foxborough. And there's my Lord. I'll tell you, CJ, that was right in front of us. I'm not sure she was set. Looked like she was still moving her feet to me.
Let's take another quick look at this. On her heels, seems to step in. Look, I mean, it could have gone either way. I think that might actually been a charge. Cat does lower the shoulder there, but you'd like to see it going both ways on that call.
Always a 50-50 call. The bottom line is anytime Tamulonis gets a chance to push the ball ahead in transition, that's a good opportunity for Foxborough to get some offense without North being able to set up that 2-3 zone. Perrin attempts the 3 in the corner. No good. And I'll tell you, Allie McHugh and Emily Peters for North are really crashing the boards hard. And Foxborough's going to have to do a good job of boxing them out. Sometimes it's not easy to box out when you're in a zone defense because you don't have a clear person that you're boxing out, but Foxborough's going to have to find those bodies. Foxborough working it around the perimeter, trying to feed it inside, deflected away. And here comes Costello throwing it ahead to Perrin.
Refs are allowing some early physical play on the inside.
Costello for 3. Banks it in.
Early physical play on the inside by North is paying off to the benefit. Did they rule that at 2? Scoreboard has it at 4.
Foxborough working around the perimeter. Baloo catches in the short corner. Looks to dump it inside to Rathgeb. Swallowed up. And I'll tell you, North is really swarming the post on the defensive end of the court. Rathgeb's going to have to look to make a quick pass out of there if that happens again. Perrin looking to work the baseline. Skips it across court. Gets away from her.
Both teams, again, it seems to be a defensive battle. Anytime the ball gets on the inside, you want to utilize the bounce pass as much as possible. And when Rathgeb gets swallowed like that, if they get a quick exit out of the post and a quick reversal, they're going to get lots of good looks.
Fresh bodies coming in the game for North. Good drive and kick by Tamulonis. Finds Ballou in the corner. Working the baseline. It's going to be Foxborough ball on the baseline.
Foxborough running a play we've seen before. They're trying to screen the top person of the zone and get a little penetration. They're not dragging the ball side person to the wing early enough.
It's always a good idea to screen the zone, get the ball to the high post, and get some high-low action. Again, you don't just want to swing the ball around the perimeter and settle for threes. North has done a good job of deflecting some passes, which is keeping Foxborough off balance. Tamulonis misses the three. Ballou chases it down, though. By my count, Foxborough is now 0 for 3 from behind the three-point line.
Good take right there.
Again, another deflected pass by North.
See, again, you want to see the bounce passes on the inside. The interior people get the hands up big. The air passes don't always get through, but it does on that one as Cassie Harrison converts. Tamulonis driving the baseline.
North doing a great job throwing the ball ahead. Right back at you. They find Costello for the layup.
Excellent pass ahead right there. Like to attack the defense before it gets set. Another great way to beat a zone is to beat it before it gets up the floor and gets set.
A good option for them is to find Cassie Harrison at the high post like they just tried to. She's got nice touch from the mid-range on her shooting, and she also is a pretty good passer, though it didn't work out that time.
See that a lot of times in high school basketball, you know, the turnover and then the immediate foul. Let's take a look at Cassie's basket forward. Tamulonis driving the baseline. Cass does an excellent job of separating and finding that open area of the zone. Nice layup in the mid side.
Siobhan Nolan and Kristen Bortolotti have now checked into the game, and it looks like Foxborough is going to pick up into some man-to-man defense now, with Bortolotti out pressuring Perrin on the perimeter. Oh! I'll tell you, that's twice now that Rathgeb has looked like she's had pretty good position inside. A North player's been out of control, driving at her, and she's taken a charge, and she's going to get a block again. Oh.
That one looked even better than the first one.
I don't know. I think those are both pretty questionable calls, and unfortunately that's going to leave Rathgeb now with 2 fouls. Let's see what Coach Downs does. She's going to go to the bench to senior Brooke Buckner.
Seems to be some sort of injury here to Perrin. She's big circle around, refs are checking her out.
Now that time, Foxborough, after the substitutions, switched from 2-3 zone to man-to-man. Maybe looking to use Bortolotti's athleticism and quickness to put some pressure on Perrin.
Fox set on the out of bounds here.
Inbounds pass goes deep over near the half-court line. That's twice now since Foxborough has been in the man-to-man. They've allowed dribble penetration, so they're going to have to do a good job of keeping people in front of them on the perimeter if they're going to stay in this defense.
It's kind of caught in no man's land with the wing defender. You either have to take the help on the penetration or you have to stay with the shooter and allow the help to come from the weak side.
Give North Attleboro credit. They're very active in the zone.
Excellent ball move at this possession by Foxborough.
Cat doesn't settle for the jumper. North Attleboro very active in the zone. Great hustle by Bortolotti.
Good
You'd
job.
love to see that.
And Warner also hitting the floor. Again, another tie-up. Warner's never been shy with hustle. That's one of the things we love about her. Bortolotti, the freshman, getting on the floor. So 2 floor burns on the same play. Foxborough will retain possession.
6 on the shot clock. Let's see if they notice. 5, 4. The Warner somehow left open for 3. Can't get it to go. Again, Foxborough still coming up empty from three-point land. Oh, that's got to be a charge.
Absolutely.
Great job.
Great job.
3rd time's the charm for Foxborough. Maybe Coach Downs got on the official's ear a little bit after the first 2. Regardless, great call by the official. Bortolotti as the freshman. Not afraid to take it on the numbers. This North girl out of control. Kristen, great job to step in and take the charge on Ashley Ahern.
I got to say, I like that Foxborough is looking to take the charge. There's 3 charge attempts already. North a little out of control.
Buckner comes open in the corner. Can't quite get it to go. Again on the floor, Tamulonis this time. You can't question the effort by the Lady Warriors so far. They've attempted 3 charges. They've been on the floor at least 3 or 4 other times. Unfortunately, just not shooting the ball well at this point.
It appears to me a little on that possession. I saw Siobhan Nolan blacking out, as we like to call it on the boys' team. Beaupre, number 23, just doing a complete face guard, not allowing her to catch the ball. I don't think she's looking for any sort of help at all. Just playing face guard. You can see her right here in front of us. 23, Beaupre seems to be getting blacked out by Siobhan Nolan.
Well, sometimes it can be an effective strategy if the other team has one very good scorer to not even let them touch the ball, and that can really mess another team up if they're used to running their offense through that person. Trap from behind here. Bortolotti, oh, good call. All right.
Excellent job.
Great job by Bortolotti to trap that from behind, forces the travel. And I'll tell you, Foxborough's defense has been good to this point. They just got to get the lid off the basket.
You see Bortolotti coming from behind, but North Attleboro player number 10, at Jenny Thorpe, not ready for the trap. Turns in, the Bortolotti's there before she even realizes it.
Did a great job not to foul. Buckner again from the sweet spot, gets it to go. We've seen that before. She can definitely make that shot from that mid-range area, and we're all tied up.
I like the confidence she showed. Just feel she missed the first one, still gets the wide open shot. That's hers.
It's going to be a foul inside by Foxborough.
Let's take a look at Buckner's shot here again. Kick to the corner, a lot of confidence. Nice high arcing shot right through the hoop, holds a release. Just a pretty shot there by number 11, Brooke Buckner.
I'll tell you, against the zone, having forwards in there that can step out and shoot the ball a little bit is a good option. It gives you a way to open up the court a little bit. Be a little bit tougher to defend. North knocks down a free throw to take an 8-6 lead.
Now North
with some full court pressure. Jamie gets it over the top to Bortolotti. Got to attack it. Tamulonis trapped in the corner, brings it back out. You'd like to see them look to attack off of the full court pressure. Ballou for three. Foxborough still looking for its first made three. Beaupre on the break, and she scores it. Something that we always see, long shots lead to long rebounds. A danger with taking early threes early in the possession is it leads to breakout opportunities for the opponent.
And now another turnover for Foxborough. Anytime a team presses you really want to try to exploit the middle of the court, hit the middle, and then look to really be aggressive. You really want to punish any team for pressing you with layups and attacks to the basket. Otherwise, they're in no disadvantage. Take a look at the pass overhead here. Beaupre's just got to be wide open here for a layup on the turnover. So
got a timeout on the floor here. You got to think that right now Coach Downs is over there drawing up a press break. Maybe she wasn't expecting to see pressure from North or whatever the case was, but right now she's probably trying to keep her girls calm, let them know exactly what they want to do to break this pressure so they don't have any more turnovers.
Yeah, anytime you're dealing with pressure for the most part, especially zone pressure, you want to try to beat that with the pass. Limited dribbles, get the ball moving, try to flash someone to the middle area of the court, which usually will open up if you get a nice ball reversal. And then you can really look to exploit it by attacking the rim and you'll have a disadvantaged situation.
This might not be the worst thing for Foxborough if North continues to press. They've really struggled in the half court against the zone. If North presses, they may have some opportunities to break out and score in transition. Maybe get Kat Tamulonis going with the head of speed, or Kirsten Warner or Jamie Ballou. It actually might be able to open the game up for Foxborough a little bit, since they've certainly struggled to score in the half court. North going to inbound in front of their bench, Danielle Perrin.
Foxborough's bringing a little bit of pressure now themselves. Handoff back to Perrin. Quick shot.
No good. Got to have that rebound. Oh, great hustle by North. I'll tell you, both teams really playing hard and flying around.
A lot of contact there on the rebound. I'm glad they didn't call it. Would have been a bailout there, I think, but looking like a 1-2-1-1 diamond press here.
Diamond press by North. To get into the corner of Ballou. Ballou trapped, and this is what we were talking about. Tamulonis on a head of steam. You got to like that if you're Foxborough. I'd almost like to see Tamulonis get a little selfish when she gets that close to the rim and go up and score or get fouled.
Either way, I think she drives. Siobhan should be thinking layup maybe more than the 4-foot jump shot that she took, but I like how they broke it. They're sharing the ball. Like you said, I like to see Kat go to the rim there. 31
seconds to go in the quarter. We got about a 2-second differential with the shot clock, so North can just about hold for the last shot if they want to, but they don't. Ahern, wild drive in, but she gets it to go. North back in pressure. Tamulonis looking to beat it up court. Another unselfish pass, extra pass. Bortolotti knocks it down. Great extra pass by Nolan to find her, and the freshman playing with confidence. Knocking it down, and then her defense forced the turnover. Great job by Bortolotti.
Interesting, we find ourselves both clapping on the same play. Just sometimes you get excited.
So far, Foxborough getting great contributions from Kristen Bortolotti, and with 4.2 seconds left in the quarter, have a chance to put another dent in this lead. Tamulonis can't get it to go, and that is going to do it for the first quarter. North leading 12-8. I think if you're Foxborough, you feel comfortable with where you're at. Just got to continue to do a good job of breaking the press and being aggressive, looking to finish at the end of those fast breaks and make North pay for pressuring you. The more Foxborough scores, the more they'll be able to get into their own full court pressure, which is a huge advantage for them, as we've seen in the past. They just got to get a few more baskets so they can get into that pressure.
Couldn't agree more. I think when they start pressing, you see now Tammy Lonis has gotten herself open. One thing I'm a little cautious about here is that she does have, again, she's scoreless in the first quarter. You know, your leading scorer not scoring. You'd like to see her, you know, get it in a little bit closer, but she's had some outside looks from the three. I think some of those are going to start dropping. She's missed about 3 of them. They've been pretty good shots, especially for her. They'll start dropping, things will start fixing themselves, hopefully.
Absolutely. Foxborough has not made a 3 yet. I'd like to see them maybe not settle so much for perimeter shots and really look to get to the rim. I'm pretty sure they've only been to the free throw line once so far in this game, and that was on the inside basket by Rathgeb. You'd like to see them start to get some high percentage shots around the rim, get to the free throw line.
And you mentioned it early in the game, John, you know, moving the ball just from the wing to wing against the zone isn't going to get it done. You've got to get the ball to the inside of the paint, at least just to draw some contact and then kick back out.
Tammy Lonis is actually going to be on the bench getting a quick rest at the start of the second quarter, so we're going to get Warner, Ballou, Bortolotti, Buckner, and Harrison, and Foxborough's back in their 2-3 zone. Perrin for 3 from the top of the key, couldn't get it to go, but unfortunately Costello corrals the long rebound, couldn't get it to go. Foxborough coming back the other way. The Perrin family loves to shoot from the three-point line. We've seen that with her brothers, and she doesn't seem to be any different. North back in its 2-3 zone. Ballou for 3, can't get it to go. Bortolotti again doing the little things, takes it up strong, gets it to go. She's having a monster game for the Lady Warriors.
First state tournament game of her career, getting some nice points off the offensive glass, shooting when she's open. Like to see the confidence out of the freshman.
For the second time after a Foxborough made basket, we see North get the ball out of bounds extremely quickly and throw the ball deep. That's something that Foxborough's really got to be careful of. They have to make sure that they have good offensive rebounding coverage and have somebody back every time they shoot. You'd hate to see a quick basket get erased by North coming right back.
North is overcommitting, I would say, on the zone. It is a designed zone press where you're looking to really attack the first person with the ball. If you can get it out of there in a quick reversal, you're going to have a serious disadvantage attack for Foxborough, getting some good looks.
Right, you'd like to see Foxborough start taking advantage of some of those opportunities. Beaupre sneaks in behind. Didn't seem to be a lot of contact there, but they're going to get Warner for the foul, and Beaupre will be going to the line to shoot too.
Let's see what happens on this play, how the foul occurred. Beaupre.
Maybe a little
Warner
bit.
come in from behind there, dropping the hand.
You like the fact that Harrison had rotated over, was being big, got outside the paint to cut off that drive, and it looked like Harrison was ready to take the charge had Beaupre not pulled up. And again, Foxborough doing a nice job with that. Tammy Lonis checks back in after a quick rest, only missed a minute 6 of game time. Warner going to check out.
North Attleboro will be in the 1-on-1 bonus on the next foul by Foxborough, so that definitely adds an element to this game too, with 7 minutes left in the first half.
North Attleboro with only 2 team fouls, and again, it plays to the fact that Foxborough has taken a lot of perimeter shots and maybe hasn't gotten the ball inside and attacked the basket too much. You'd like to see them go to the rim and draw more fouls on North Attleboro.
Another turnover by Foxborough there. Looking for the skip pass. I think Ballou had the right idea, cutting back door. I think Kat might have thought she was staying wide, so little miscommunication, turnover for Foxborough.
2-3 zone here again by Foxborough. Bad pass. Here comes Tammy Lonis. Let's see what she can do in the open court. With all that speed, that's what we want to see.
Excellent job.
Right on cue. Tammy Lonis right to the rim, draws the foul, and now we're going to get 2 free throws and an opportunity to score in a high percentage fashion and get into their own pressure.
This time you see her, 13's on her heels there. Kat goes right at it, and it's a definite foul. You got to, anytime you have that sort of advantage as the offensive player, you really got to go to the rim hard.
I'll tell you, not to be a broken record here, but the more Foxborough can attack off of their press break, get to the free throw line, get some layups, and then score and get into their own pressure, that's going to be great. Coach Downs opts to not press off the made free throw. Back into her 2-3 zone.
Kat breaks the seal, now getting her first point of the game. Hopefully that'll spark her shooting percentage a little bit here. Jamie Ballou with a nice
Sometimes
deflection.
the best thing for a scorer that's struggling is to get yourself to the free throw line. Ballou still down in the backcourt, limping up the court. Hopefully that injury is not serious, because that would be a big loss for Foxborough.
Referees get a quick timeout.
Looks like Kirsten Warner's going to check in for Ballou. Carolyn Will also checking in, getting Brooke Buckner.
Caroline's been coming on strong lately. Coach Downs had a lot of positive things to say about her practice habits, and it's nice to see her getting some minutes here in the state tournament.
2 sophomores in the front court. Bortolotti for 3, couldn't get it to go.
Good decision by Kirsten right there.
You got sophomore Cassie Harrison and sophomore Carolyn Will, 2 young girls that have played very well. Plus you got Kristen Bortolotti, a freshman, out on the court. So a lot of young talent out there for Foxborough, but so far none of them have shown any signs of not being able to handle the moment of the state tournament here. Bortolotti dumps it down to Harrison. She can definitely shoot from out there.
Bang.
Got it to go.
Ooh. Calls it a 2 from our angle.
That was a deep 2. And we're all tied up here at Kenneth G. Pickering Gymnasium at North Attleboro High School.
Skip pass again from North Attleboro.
Oh, could be another charge. Right idea by Harrison. Might have crumbed a little too early on that one, but again, right idea. North regains a 2-point lead. They're back in a zone of their own here. McHugh extended way out on Tamulonis. Looks like this might be a diamond in 1 situation right here. Looks like McHugh is out trying to deny Tamulonis the ball.
Interesting strategy from the North Attleboro coaches. You've seen it. We were talking about it before. Cat only with the 1 point. You're surprised that they have resorted to the blackout situation.
Right. Certainly showing Tamulonis a lot of respect. Just, the fact that she hasn't had a field goal yet today, but they've gone to a diamond in 1. Right to the rim. Oh, looked like there may have been a little contact. Thought I saw her get hit on the arm, and that's going to be a big swing as Beaupre goes down the other end and scores. That's a big 4-point swing for Foxborough. Tamulonis coming back aggressively the other way. Harrison staying aggressive. They dump it down to Will, and she can make that shot all day long. And again, the sophomore forwards for Foxborough.
The extra passing by Foxborough is really what's led up the scoreboard in the recent moments here.
If North stays in the diamond in 1 and stays denying Tamulonis, it's going to open up a lot more space for people like Harrison, Bortolotti, and Will to get lost in those seams.
Well, it looks like they've come out of it. Cat to the 1. That's an excellent driving kick. They got her again.
Same spot. Instant replay. That's an instant replay for you. Timeout by North Attleboro.
Oh, you watch the same play happen 2 times in a row. Hit that reversal pass. Warner with the extra pass down to Will. And it might have been the same play. Nothing but net. Let's take a look at the last basket here. Warner gets it. Great extra pass to Will along the baseline. Nothing but net. We said Caroline's been having a great couple practices recently and not afraid of the big moment. First couple shots knocks them home.
Foxborough fans to our left are loving it. John Tang was just up out of his seat doing a little dancing. We've got a lot of the Foxborough boys basketball players and their Mohawks to our left. Looking forward to their big game tomorrow night at Bishop Fien. Hopefully you can all come out and make it. Here's a look at the Foxborough fans.
A lot of people in attendance here for this game.
I'll tell you, anytime you can get a little extra shooting on the court when you're playing against the zone, it always helps. And I think that's what you're seeing right now out of the Lady Warriors, is that they got 2 forwards out there in Harrison and Will that can knock down shots. And that really opens things up. Let's see what North does here. If they're going to stay zone, if they're going to go man-to-man and match up.
Coach Downs seems to be very excited on the sidelines, as well she should be off that run.
And I like this right here. We're going to see some full court pressure. I'd like to see more of this by Foxborough. Nolan checks into the game for Harrison. Warner going to give some pressure, some token pressure on Costello right here. Just make it a little bit more difficult for her to get North into their sets.
I like Coach Downs' strategy of switching the defenses.
And you see,
not allowing North to get comfortable.
Speeding up the pace of play seems to have North out of their rhythm. They're in absolutely nothing right now. Good no call by the official. She was out of control. Nolan had her hands straight up. And here comes Tamulonis looking to push at every opportunity. Cut off. Somebody's open. Great ball movement again. Comes back to Tamulonis. Deep 3. Oh, couldn't get it to go. Foxborough still looking for their first made 3. And again, we see Costello breaking out, but the pass was too far ahead of her.
They're really looking to leak her out a lot. It's been Jill Costello each and every time. Tamulonis on that one, looking like Ray Allen from deep there. Not a problem. You want to see her shoot the ball when she's open. Sometimes as a coach, you just accept that.
North in a man-to-man defense now, just like we thought they might. continuing to mix and match, and you've got McHugh over there making it difficult for Tamulonis to catch, and that's the matchup that we were all looking for. Although North has played a lot of zone so far.
Good take.
Great job. Great drive and kick. Siobhan Nolan couldn't get it to go, but that's a good look for Foxborough. She's certainly capable of knocking that shot down. North comes down with 2.5 minutes to go in the quarter, looking to take the lead, and they do off the drive by Perrin.
I like Kirsten Warner's aggressiveness there late in the shot clock, going to the rim, swallowing the defense up. A nice kick to Nolan. We got a good look. Set play here. Looks like an isolation for Tamulonis, getting bumped in the back.
Finds Bortolotti in the corner. Couldn't knock it down, but again, a good look for Foxborough. That's twice in a row. Oh, never went out. Fight for the loose ball. Foxborough
Nice
comes up with
pass.
a great extra pass to Bortolotti. Gets it to go in the big half for Kristen Bortolotti. Continues. And again, we see North break out. And I'll tell you, that's at least the third time that they've done that off of a Foxborough-made basket. Coach Downs is going to have to talk about that at halftime because it steals the momentum right back after the Foxborough hoop. Got a foul out on the perimeter. I'll tell you, the last few possessions for Foxborough, Warner and Tamulonis have done a great job of dribble penetration, under control, draw the defense, and find the shooter on the perimeter.
Trap in the corner. The ball has some crazy spin on it. Siobhan Nolan picks it up, tips it to Will. Will finds a wide open Bortolotti underneath, and she is just ready to go tonight.
I'll tell you, Foxborough has gotten some great contributions off the bench tonight from Carolyn Will and Kristen Bortolotti especially. Some of the forwards off the Foxborough bench doing a great job stepping up as Caroline Rathgeb sits with 2 fouls. Looks like Jamie Ballou is ready to check back into the game. So hopefully that's a good sign that that injury was not too serious. And it's going to stay Foxborough ball on the baseline. Let's see who Ballou is going to check back in for. Or actually, I'm sorry, she could be just over there talking to the trainer. She's by the scorer's table.
Yeah,
Maybe she's not checking
to the
in.
trainer. Yep.
Sorry about that, folks. Check that. Ball comes into Bortolotti.
Good. Plenty of
Only
time
10
here.
left on the shot clock. That looks, I was just going to say, like the same foul. 5 team fouls on North Attleboro with 1:21 left to go here in the first half.
Foxborough has not fouled since the 7-minute mark here and not given anything easy to North Attleboro, making them earn it. The only thing they really have to work on is that transition run out, and this would be a different story right now.
Bortolotti dumps it down for Will. There's the dive. Anytime you get the ball to the short corner, you want to see someone dive right to the rim. Tamulonis was on her way, but yet another deflection by North, stymieing the Foxborough offense. Nice box out by Bortolotti, continuing to do the little things. Tamulonis pushing it ahead. Pulls up. Can't get it to go. Nolan in there for the rebound. Can't get it. Beaupre comes away with it.
Yep.
Loses it. Warner to Nolan. Great up fake. Gets it to go. And the Foxborough crowd loves it. And that's going to tie us up. North again looking to push off makes. Ahern with a deep 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound inside by North. Tamulonis is going to get it and get fouled.
Excellent box out. John, the one thing you see there on the last play by Warner was the bounce pass. And let's take a look at it here. Is it she gets that ball with all those hands up, the bounce pass excellently gets it through. Perrin flies by, Nolan with excellent composure right there, puts it in. And then North trying to go quick on the other end, just forcing a deep 3. I didn't think they needed it from that range.
Absolutely not. CJ, we say it all the time. Chest pass for a jump shot, bounce pass for a layup. The Foxborough crowd over here to my left is excited and reacting to something. I'm not sure what. We got about 25 seconds to go in the quarter and about 15 on the shot clock. Foxborough can't quite hold for one, but they should be taking their time. Carolyn Will gets it again. The Bortolotti to Will connection. Foxborough is taking the lead with 10 seconds to go in the quarter, and North throws it away with 9.1 seconds to go in the quarter. You'd love to see Foxborough hold for the last shot here, and no matter what happens, they go in to the halftime locker room with a lead.
6 points by both Bortolotti and Will.
7,
really giving
6, you can hear the crowd count it down. Tamulonis
three.
to 3, that'd be a big one, and they get it to go. And I'll tell you what, that's a great way to finish the half for Foxborough. They scored the last 7 points of the half, and they're going to go in with all the momentum and a 26-21 lead at the break.
Let's take a look at that basket. Kat just looks at it, realizes the clock's going down, 2 or 3 feet behind the three-point line, and just confidently buries it.
I'll tell you what, that was a great time. Wow, she's deep.
NBA range
she
right
was
there.
deep. I'll tell you can see it better from that angle. That was a great time for her to make her first, for Foxborough to make their first 3 of the half.
Well, John, that quarter was an 18-9 victory by Foxborough. They were down 12-8 after the first. They win the second quarter 18-9. That's just tremendous job, really putting the pressure on North going into the locker room. And hopefully you like to see Kat makes that shot. It loosens her up a little bit, gets her comfortable in this game. And once she gets going, anything can happen for Foxborough.
Absolutely. You know, early on in the game, North was in their 2-3 zone, and we really felt like Foxborough was getting good shots. They just weren't really going in. And as the half went on, more and more shots went in. You saw Carolyn Will come in and knock down, I believe, 3 jump shots. Kristen Bortolotti knocked down some shots. Cassie Harrison, Siobhan Nolan. And as the shots started to fall, obviously Foxborough was able to build some momentum.
Well, I think you said it right there. The bench scoring for Foxborough has been tremendous. I mean, tremendous. Carolyn Rathke went out early, and a lot of people came out the bench, gave some good minutes, both defensively and offensively. The boxing out has impressed me by Foxborough. There haven't been a lot of extra shots after the first couple minutes, and they've really put bodies on bodies, got rebounds. You know, and like I said, the bench has been tremendous.
I'll tell you what's impressing me, CJ, is the dancing I just saw by Foxborough boys basketball captain Justin Zupanik. I'll tell you what, he is having some fun for himself right now on the sidelines, and you got to love to see the enthusiasm as the student body and the different teams come out to support each other. Something I'd like to see this half is I'd like to see Foxborough continue to apply some full court pressure on North Attleboro. What we've seen in the past and at times tonight is that when Foxborough gets a chance to pick up full court and trap the ball handler from behind, that's always a great way for them to get some turnovers and generate some offense and just sort of take the other team out of their rhythm. So I'd like to see a little bit more of that.
You know, another point of this is that North being at home right now, being the upper seed, the longer you can keep this late in the game, they might start getting tight. You know, the crowd being behind the Foxborough, showing out in good numbers, is really providing a. Let's take some look at some of the first half highlights.
Tammy Lonis and Warner have done a great job of driving, drawing multiple defenders, and then finding the open player. There's Brooke Buckner, again, bench contributions, knocking down the jumper against the zone. Bortolotti knocking down. So a lot of these players that came in off the bench for Foxborough playing with a lot of confidence. Bortolotti again. She's done a lot of little things, offensive rebounds and such. Cassie Harrison. And as the shot started to fall, Foxborough builds the lead, and of course, you all remember that one, Tammy Lonis to finish out the half.
Well, we'll be back with you here in North Attleboro, Kenneth G. Pickering Gymnasium for second half action. Foxborough leading 26-21. We'll see you in the second half.
And welcome back. We're just about ready for second half action here at North Attleboro High School. Foxborough has built themselves a nice 5-point lead. And I think looking ahead to the second half, some things for Foxborough to focus on. First of all, they've got to address that North Attleboro transition offense after Foxborough made baskets where they just fly down the court. Okay, and speaking of North flying down the court, they continue to just drive the ball to the basket a little bit out of control. So the more Foxborough can step in and take charges, the more Foxborough can be big and not foul. You see some of our fans with quite the dance there, led again by Justin Zupanik. Wow, that is graphic. Senior basketball captain Justin Zupanik not afraid to mix it up in the stands. But as I was saying, North been driving the ball out of control. The more Foxborough can step in and take charges, just be big with their hands up and not foul would be great. Offensively, Foxborough has to continue to attack the rim off of the press break and continue to make that extra pass and be unselfish, because that's led to some open shots. What do you think, CJ?
I think if you're looking at the North Attleboro side, settle down their offense. Shots are going up so fast.
It's going to be Foxborough ball to start the half.
A little technical difficulty for myself there. I think like I said, I think you'd like North. If you're the North coach, you want to see them not settle for that first shot. I mean, they're just taking the first opportunity, and it's not leading to good looks for them.
I'll tell you, the North Attleboro team was only in the halftime locker room for about 3 minutes. I'm not really sure what to make of that, CJ. I guess maybe they felt like they didn't have a lot of adjustments to make. I mean, what do you think?
I don't know. I feel like I usually take the whole time we're in there. I feel like someone's always coming in and telling me to get my butt out of the locker room if I'm talking too much. But maybe he feels his plan is good, and he just needs to pick up the intensity a little bit. Had a couple things to say, and he's confident with the game plan.
I tend to be a little more like you, but everybody is different. Tamulona's going to try to work the baseline, and it's going to be a foul, and that's what we need to see out of Foxborough this half. Continue to get the ball inside, try to get to the free throw line, and get some high percentage shots.
Here comes Cat. Now, Cat, again, looking to be aggressive now. It might have been that three at the end of the quarter. Tough call there, actually. I think the North Attleboro girl had a nice position, but, again, we've said that when the offense is aggressive, they tend to get the benefit of the doubt from the referees.
It's very important right now for Foxborough to get off to a good start. They don't want to let North immediately get back in the game and get momentum. It'd be nice to see Foxborough get the first few points of the quarter here, extend that lead out, and keep their momentum and confidence going. And that's just what they do, as you see Justin Zupanik and Tim O'Halloran showing off their cheerleading moves there.
Tim's been known to wear a cheerleader's outfit here and there every once in a while. We've seen him in one before.
It's
I don't think it'll be the last time.
Typically on special occasions. 2-3 zone effective for Foxborough. Tamulona's looking to take off, maybe through one person too many. Warner on the floor for the loose ball. It appeared there was some contact. The referees letting them play to start the quarter. Jamie Ballou is back in the game after sustaining some sort of injury in the first half, so we're happy to see that, as Foxborough is back with their starters from the beginning of the game. Foxborough going to settle it down. Cat with another driving kick. That's the unselfish extra pass we're talking about, and it pays. Kirsten Warner knocks it down. Foxborough's made their last 2 threes, and we're in business here with a 10-point lead. Foxborough dropping back into the 2-3 zone.
5-0 run out of the locker room. Love to see it if you're Lisa Downs.
There's a deep three for North. Can't answer. Harrison fights for the inside position. Rathgeb ripping the ball. You're going to have a jump ball. It's going to stay with North, but you got to love the effort out of Foxborough to start this half, scrapping for loose balls, fighting for rebounds, and being aggressive on the offensive end.
Again, as the North coach, you can't be happy with the quick, settled jump shots that they're taking from deep three. They're not working the ball around, they're not making Foxborough work, and they're turning it over, and there it is again.
A little bit of impatience there by North, looking to drive early in the possession. Tamulona's right to the rim, can't convert, but that's what you like to see if you're Foxborough. Here comes freshman Ashley Ahern for North, looking to push the ball ahead. She's going to pop for three. She's certainly very confident out there. Rathgeb has the rebound taken from her by Beaupre. She's going to score. North Attleboro coach John Del Bonis does not like what he's seen so far this half, and he's going to call a timeout.
Again, it just seems like North Attleboro are trying to rush to get themselves back in the game. A lot of times teams go down, in a game that you're favored in, your home crowd. North Attleboro. We can take a quick look at Kirsten shooting this three here. Knocking it down, extending the lead to 10. Foxborough actually gets the stop in the next play. Unfortunately, the rebound was wrestled out of her hands and put back in. But North trying to get back in the game all in one shot. It's just not going to happen that way. Foxborough needs to continue to take advantage of those quick shots, secure the rebounds, and extend this lead before North knows what hit them.
Drive and kick has been very effective for Foxborough. Going off the dribble, drawing in those 2 or 3 extra defenders, and then finding the open person. They have to stay unselfish. You get the feeling that North, being the favorite, being the 4 seed at home against the 13 seed, feels the pressure like they should win this game. And the longer this game goes with Foxborough in the lead, the more North is going to get tight and start to force things and start to maybe get out of their game a little bit.
Does Coach Del Bonis change anything up here? Looks like he's going to go man-to-man. So trying something different here, hoping to shake things up, get Foxborough's offense sped up a little bit. Ballou ball over her head on the wing. Quick extra
Another
pass.
extra pass. Can't get it to go. But again, in there fighting for the rebound is Ballou, the senior, doing everything to stay with this game.
The battle on the boards, I tell you what, Foxborough has done a tremendous job on both sides of the floor, rebounding the ball, giving themselves second. Now that was actually a third opportunity by Cassie Harrison. And again, offense going to the rim hard. Good things are going to happen for you.
As a side note, as you took a look at the bench there, Foxborough legend Joe Heinricher in attendance tonight. It's always great to see Joe out to support the Foxborough athletic teams.
Let's take a look at the foul here. Here's Harrison, really rich. And you see 32 bringing her arm down there. Number 32, Emily Peters. And if you got to keep your arms up straight, if you expect to get away with that, she brings and breaks the plane. gets the foul call, and Cassie calmly knocks down 2 free throws.
I just can't say enough good things about the effort of Foxborough in this half so far. To box out just like that, to get offensive rebounds, to dive on loose balls. They're playing with a tremendous amount of heart and intensity right now, and it's great to see. Foxborough kids are tough. Tamulonis looking to go off the dribble. Oh!
I think it clipped Warner there at the end because a little deflection.
It must have. Very little resistance from Foxborough, and it was right in front of their bench, so they certainly have a better look than we do here.
Take a quick look at it from our point. Double deflection right off of
Didn't
Warner.
have a great look at it from here. Foxborough going to dig in again defensively. Little zone here by Foxborough. Deep shot from the corner. North continuing to settle for three-point shots. I know that's who they are, but to this point they have not been going, and that is not paying dividends for North Attleboro.
Well, John, you're the captain of the cliche. And I tell you what, you live by the 3 and you die by the 3, my friend.
I love to say stuff like that. Speaking of which, Foxborough living by the 3 as Ballou knocks one down. Foxborough has made 3 threes in a row going back to the end of the first half.
Foul there by Jamie Ballou on the reach-in. And it's Ballou wide open from 3, calmly catches and shoots.
She's been working hard on that shot. She's been working hard on getting a little more arc on it, getting a little higher release, and you saw it pay off there. That's great to see when kids put in the effort on their game and it pays off. Jamie Ballou showing some heart and toughness here. She sustained an injury in the first half, and she's back out here fighting in the second half. She's not going to go down without a fight here as a senior in the state tournament.
Beaupre missing the first of 2 free throws, and she had a pretty good read at the hoop, so maybe you got away with one there and could have scored 2. Now she actually misses both, and you get a stop out of it. So Foxborough looking to extend the lead to at least 15 on this possession. That would be tremendous at this point of the game. Some screen along the baseline. Tamulonis freed up. Ooh, a nice steal there by Perrin. Warner coming back.
Great.
Oh my goodness. That is not a good call,
I'll tell you,
folks.
I was just about to say, great job by Warner of keeping her hands straight up, of being in position, and of not committing a foul. I thought Perrin was out of control. I mean, what is Warner supposed to do? She's backing up with her hands up.
I don't see anything on that play.
Perrin being rewarded for being out of control. It wasn't a charge, but certainly wasn't a block. I'd like to see a no call there by the officials.
Again, we've talked about, though, the aggressiveness of the offense, attacking the defense in transition.
Gets rewarded.
You're going to get rewarded.
We see Siobhan Nolan and Kristen Bortolotti checking into the game, replacing Harrison and Warner. Both Nolan and Bortolotti gave great contributions in the first half. Let's see if that continues here in the second half. A little bit of diamond in one again by North. Can't run away from her.
Catch her off
Jamie
guard,
Ballou getting trapped. Gets up to Bortolotti, makes the extra pass. Tamulonis on a 2-on-1, bounces it to Nolan. Extra pass to Rathgeb, goes up and scores with the left hand. Great fundamental play to use the left on that. Foxborough's got to be ready to jump into their press break next time, but a good job under duress right there by Ballou to work it out of pressure.
Jamie Ballou showing lots of composure on that play, not turning it over, being patient. And again, same official with a tough call there. Let's take a look here on the last basket. Tamulonis, bounce pass, and again, the passing of Foxborough doing a great job. Rathgeb steps right through and finishes the layup. Ballou picking up her 3rd foul there. Something to watch for.
Warner going to come right back in for Ballou. I'll tell you, the more this game goes the way it has been, it looks more and more like Danielle Perrin is looking to really be aggressive and try to score to get North back in it. So Warner's on Perrin now. Move along the baseline. That's going to be 3 on Rathgeb. And immediately Coach Downs gets Brooke Buckner off the bench.
Kind of an angle there taken by North Attleboro. Caroline's got to do a good job of cutting off that lane, putting her body in front of her. She kind of opened up the side there, and North Attleboro able to sneak by and get the foul call.
You'd like to see her get that second arm up in the air. It would have been a tough shot over the top of her. She should have just kept that second arm up, but instead she lays the hammer, and she's going to have to go to the bench because of it. Brooke Buckner back in. So we've got 2 backup forwards in with Nolan and Buckner. We've got Bortolotti in with the starting guards, Warner and Tamulonis. Pressure, they go right back to Warner, right back over to Bortolotti. Doing a good job beating it with the pass. Everybody touches it for Foxborough.
Oh.
Nolan can't quite get it to go. But a great job moving the ball. Like I said, everyone touched it.
Good shot there, good movement with the pass. Beaupre in through the lane, turnaround no good, offensive rebound, misses again, third offensive rebound, another miss, fourth offensive rebound, and a block shot by Buckner, and now a jump ball.
That's going to stay with Foxborough, but I'll tell you, Foxborough has got to do a better job of rebounding the ball than that, and they've got to be ready for press break here, although they've done a pretty good job handling it.
I tell you, John, the rebounding action for Foxborough has been one of the things that's really stuck out to me in this game, is how well they've boxed out, how well they've secured the rebounds. That possession being obviously the outlier to this situation, but if they let that continue, it's going to be a tough night.
Coach Downs wants a timeout, wants to make sure she's organized. Wants to make sure she's organized here against the full court press. Here you see, as CJ said, one of the only times all night that Foxborough hasn't been able to secure the rebound. They've got several blue shirts in there fighting for it. The ball just didn't bounce their way. But luckily they don't pay for it. Nice block there by Brooke Buckner to come in and kind of save the day there.
North Attleboro missing a couple easy layup opportunities right close to the hoop. Fortunate for Foxborough that it wasn't converted. And now you're looking at a diamond press still. They've already got it set up here for North Attleboro, ready to trap immediately. We'll see it. As soon as the ball gets passed in, you're going to watch the inbounder and that ball side guard look to trap the ball quickly. Foxborough's done a good job of quickly getting it back to the inbounder. It looks like it's going to be Kat Tamulonis to go right up the court after she gets it.
Right, it's nice to sometimes have a guard inbound it, so when the person guarding the inbounder goes to trap, she can go right up the gut, get it right back, and get it going with a head of steam up going the other way. It's nice to throw the ball back to a ball handler. Warner and Bortolotti trying to work in a tandem to get open. Late flash by Buckner and Nolan. Nolan gets it, gives it a Cat, and they're good to go. North's going to settle into their half-court defense, which is going to be a zone. It's a 2-3. Parent extended out wide, but it does look like a 2-3.
Nothing wrong with taking your time here and getting the shot you want. It's your Foxborough.
Turn and face.
They've done a great job of passing.
We'd like to see the guards continue to drive those gaps, get two defenders to play one. Extra pass. Oh, that was the right look. Just didn't put it on her hands. Tamulonis thought Bortolotti was going to stay spaced out to the corner. Bortolotti made the cut. Little miscommunication, but the right idea by the girls on that one.
Foxborough bringing the press right back at him. And it looks like Kat just stepped on the line. Tough for us to see from the angle we're at. But Foxborough bringing that man-to-man pressure right at him.
Well, CJ, you know how I feel about it. I love when they get up and pressure people. I think that really plays to their strengths, which is their speed and quickness and athleticism.
It's been a great thing. It's been a great weapon for them. We saw it in the Milford game, the last game we did against them.
Bortolotti giving Costello all sorts of fits there. Scrum for a loose ball. Again, we've seen a lot of girls on the floor for the loose balls this game. It's been great to see. Laying it all on the line here in the state tournament with your season on the line. Hockomock rival. Carolyn Will checking into the game for Siobhan Nolan. I'll tell you, Carolyn gave them a great lift in the first half. Hopefully that can continue.
It is North Attleboro's ball. The possession now indicates Foxborough right now, but it definitely is the North Attleboro's possession.
2-3 zone by Foxborough on the baseline out of bounds. North has to settle for a long pass to Beaupre. She puts it up. Can't get it to go, but rebound by McHugh. Out to guess who? Parent for three. Can't get it to go. And we're starting to see the rebounding tip in the favor of North Attleboro. Beaupre looking to attack. Another three by North, and that one gets it to go. And you know, if you're going to continue to give them extra shots, that's going to happen. They've got to find a way to rebound the ball with Rathgev on the bench with 3 fouls.
And Rathgev going out, it hurts him in the inside. Physical presence that she is, she's really willing to box out and get those boards. And you're in an undersized lineup. You let up these offensive boards, you're going to get some of these extra drive and kick passes. There's only so many times you can let the North girls get these shots. And number 13, Jill Costello is now out with 4th foul.
Good hustle by North's freshman over there, Ashley Ahern, but it's going to be Foxborough ball. It can be difficult to inbound the ball down there. We call that the coffin corner. It's a very deep area down there. Hopefully Foxborough can get open.
I'd like to see Caroline Will flash in here. They did it last time. They got the ball into the forwards. And there's Brooke Buckner getting it. Flashing the forward.
You like the Owen stops her, and she goes right to the rim. You like the aggressiveness out of the senior, but she can't convert. CJ, I would really like to see Bortolotti and Warner work together in a tandem there to get open. They've done a good job of setting a screen, but what I'd really like to see is the person that sets the screen roll back hard to the ball so they can take advantage of the switch by North Attleboro and get a second option for Tamulonis to inbound to.
Foxborough playing in the 2-3 zone again.
Beaupre has been aggressive, looking to go off the dribble a little bit. She had a quiet game against Foxborough last time. It was her first game back from an ankle injury, but she's ready to go tonight.
Perrin
Good fight for the rebound. Buckner showing some heart as a senior.
Composure. Buckner not panicking in that corner. And another foul here for North Attleboro.
That's going to be the 5th team foul on North Attleboro here with 1:22 to go in the third quarter. And Foxborough is approaching the bonus. And that sure would be nice to see Foxborough get into the bonus early in the fourth quarter and get some easy scoring opportunities.
Allie McHugh kind of caught in the wrong place at the wrong time there and picks up her 3rd foul. So that could be a big influence on this game. She's definitely aggressive on the boards. Tammy Lonis for 3. Got it!
And I'll tell you, we came into the game saying that North was the team that would make the threes, but Foxborough's made more tonight, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
Beaupre, very aggressive recently.
Very aggressive.
I think she's starting to see that she needs this. Last possession, you see Kat catching open. Now you can just tell Kat's a lot more comfortable out there. I think once you get it, the jitterbugs out of there, the jitters out of your system, you start feeling a little better. And when she's confident, she's going to be knocking that shot down on a regular basis. Look for Beaupre and Perrin to really start stepping up their aggressiveness as this game goes on in the final 9 minutes.
Those are definitely going to be the 2 girls from North that are going to look to take over this game. Beaupre's been very aggressive, starting to go off the dribble a little bit to make plays. Perrin has not been shy from behind the 3-point line, as goes with her last name. Beaupre makes the second. Sideline break for Foxborough. They finally, couldn't quite make the pass to Tammy Lonis. There it is. She's going to drive that baseline. See you later. Couldn't finish the layup, but I'll tell you, she's tough to contain on the closeout like that.
Point blank range, just missing, rolling off the front.
That's the shot you wanted, and there's Perrin again for 3. Couldn't get it to go.
And she is just letting them fly here.
Foxborough has got to get on the boards. Beaupre off the dribble again.
I think you got to start realizing, if you're Foxborough, that Beaupre not interested in taking that jump shot. She's been ripping it through every time.
That looked like there may have been some contact. Great play by Tammy Lonis to save it and knock it off the North Attleboro defender and retain possession for Foxborough with 26 seconds to go in the quarter. Look at Tammy Lonis here. Great presence of mind. Just great. She is just a natural athlete. That is a great job. Tammy Lonis for 3, has it blocked. And now North's going to have the opportunity for the last shot of the quarter if they want it. But Ahern has not been shy. Versus to Perrin, also not shy, and a nice drive and dish right there. 10 seconds left in the quarter. You'd like to see Foxborough get the last shot. You hear the crowd count it down. And it's going to be out of bounds.
1.3
with
left.
1.3 seconds to go in the third quarter.
No foul here. No need for a foul. Just
long pass, long shot by Beaupre. No good. That should not count. And it doesn't go anyway. So I'll tell you, that quarter had its ups and downs for Foxborough, but at the end of the day, they have an 8-point lead. They won the quarter by 3, and they extended their halftime lead of 5 out to 8. So if you're Foxborough, you have to like where you stand here with an opportunity to steal this game on the road.
15-12 that quarter for Foxborough. Backing up an 18-9 quarter before that, so starting to show up. They did extend it out. I believe it was 14 in that quarter.
They did, and they let North creep back in it. But
the offensive rebounding will be huge. Expect North to really start to hammer the glass now. With 8 minutes left here in the fourth quarter, your home gym, desperation will start to sink in some respects, and they're going to start doing some things and crashing a little bit harder. And Foxborough's got to be up for that challenge if you want to have a big road win, to box people out and not let anything cheap get North getting cheap baskets.
It's never easy to finish a team off when they know their season is on the line. You're going to have to do all the little things right now to close this game out. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Downs makes any defensive adjustments to take away Perrin and Beaupre, because they're the 2 that are clearly looking to go. They've got to know right now that Beaupre is looking to make plays off the dribble and create offense for herself and her teammates, and they certainly have to know that Perrin is looking to jack threes. And even though she hasn't made many to this point, she can obviously get hot at any time. So you'd like to see Foxborough do something here to limit her open looks on the perimeter, because that can certainly get North back in the game in a hurry.
It will be Foxborough's ball here. Jamie Ballou to inbound. Looks like Kirsten Warner heading in the backcourt. They got to line up with Rathgeb, Tammy Lonis, and Cassie Harrison back in. So
both Ballou and Rathgeb are out there with 3 fouls apiece. But it's the state tournament. This is certainly no time to hold back. You got to trust your veteran players to play smart in those types of situations. Blue's a senior, Rathgeb's a junior. Hopefully they can do it. North in some aggressive man-to-man. Rathgeb attacking the rim, uses the left, couldn't get it to go.
You like Warner driving there again, drawing people together, finding the open person.
Here comes Perrin.
Beaupre driving
Beaupre driving, we've seen it before, driving kick.
She's going to shoot that.
Ahern, the freshman, not shy.
Ahern has never seen a shot she doesn't like.
No. Beaupre again, continuing to
charge.
just drive to her right hand. Beaupre right-hand drives is going to be what gets North back in this game. You'd really like to see Foxborough cut off some of that dribble penetration. Jamie Ballou for three. That would have been a big one, but she hustles, gets her own rebound, shot in the paint. Can't get it to go. And here comes North. 6-point game. North, Beaupre attacking the lane. Oh boy, is that going to be Ballou? If it is, that's going to be her fourth. And I didn't really think there was a lot there, CJ. It is going to be Ballou.
I'll tell you what, the Al Pacino-looking referee there making the call and giving Jamie Ballou a little bit of a stare down after he makes the call. Jamie not pleased, thought she was playing hard, and I didn't really appreciate the way he looked at the player. You have to be the responsible ref, make the call, get out of the way.
Coach Downs doesn't immediately go to the bench, so Ballou's out there with 4 fouls. Bordelotti's at the scorer's table now, but it was not an immediate decision by Coach Downs. Now she's going to be able to get Ballou safely out of the game with those 4 fouls. Bordelotti's going to come in. Despite the fact that you're trading a freshman for a senior here, Bordelotti has played like a veteran tonight, so hopefully Foxborough can maintain their solid play. There's the situation we wanted to see where the screener comes back hard to the ball. They get it to Tamulonis, and she's going to push ahead. Foxborough's got to stay aggressive here. Harrison for 3, showing off the range.
Huge shot right there to extend it back to 9.
The freshmen and sophomores for Foxborough tonight have played terrific. 2-3 zone now by Foxborough. They can't lose track of Perrin at the top of the key. There she is. Beaupre, right-hand drive. Finds her in the corner, and she answers right back. Another freshman for North answering right back. And back and forth we go here at Kenneth G. Pickering Gymnasium. Tamulonis finds Rathgeb. Can't get it to go. Harrison with another big play. That's going to be a foul on the floor on North.
Looks like it's on Costello. I think that'll be her 5th foul. Here's Tamulonis driving on the last play. Cass in the corner, and Cass steadily knocks it down.
You're right, CJ. That is going to be 5 on Costello with 6:07 to go. And they're going to lose a very big part of their team, a senior. And right now, Costello, hoping that she hasn't just played her last minutes in a North uniform, but she's not going to be able to do much about it as she has fouled out with 6:07 to go. She does not look happy on the bench. Coach Dan Damish goes over and tells her that it'll be all right and her teammates will pick her up. For Foxborough's sake, we hope he's wrong.
A little travel there out top by Warner. Looked like she wanted to throw it in there, picked her dribble up. Things swallowed up, and she turns it over. Here's the kick we were talking about earlier to Cassie. Great catch on the bounce pass there for 3.
She plays with a lot of confidence as a sophomore. It's nice to see. Having a breakout season, much like Cam Seeley did as a sophomore on the boys' side last year.
Well, they have a lot in common. You know, very, very relatable people. And just, you'd like to see the refs stay consistent. And I don't want to sound like a little bit of a homer, which maybe I am, but I'm watching these plays, and I wish you'd let the players make the plays on the court to decide the game and not resolve to a free throw shooting contest.
It's going to be 4 on Rathgeb. Let's see what Coach Downs decides to do. Has not moved for a sub yet.
At this point, I don't know that you do. If you're comfortable with Rathgeb, you maybe take her up for a minute, but if you feel like she's going and that's the lineup you want, you take your chances here with 5:48 left. If you have to make a sub later, you make it.
Well, you know I agree with you, CJ. We've been in this situation enough times.
And the jump ball. Looks like Carolyn will be at the scorer's table, and she is going to be coming in for Rathgeb. So Coach Downs deciding to go with the sophomore Will. She's had a good game.
Right, I was going to say a luxury of Coach Downs right now is that she's got a lot of forwards that have played well for her tonight. Will, Harrison, Buckner, Nolan, they've all played well, so she's got a lot of options.
Another offensive rebound for North.
Be strong, don't, The Foxborough fans do not like it. To me, it looked like the North player initiated all the contact on that first bump. Kat had pretty good inside position.
You know, I think we mentioned it let's take a look at it. We mentioned earlier in the game, there's the bump. Okay, turn around, and she gets ball, it looks like. But we talked about earlier in the game, a lot of times referees aren't going to give you the charge call unless you fall to the ground. So there's that double edge of, you don't want to be flopping around and being out of position, but sometimes to get that call, you have to go to the ground.
Well, we've clearly hit a point in this game where the referees are rewarding aggressive offense and calling fouls as offensive players drive to the hoop. Foxborough right now will be in the 1-and-1 on their next foul by North Attleboro. So hopefully right now Foxborough can return the favor, continue to attack the basket, and try to draw some fouls and get to the line themselves. Here we are with North with a 4-point lead with 5:30 to go in their home gym. Check that. Foxborough with a 4-point lead with 5:30 to go in North's gym. Here comes the run by North that we all expected. We'll see if Foxborough can keep their composure and withstand this little rally.
Well, like we said, the rebounding has been key, and a lot of these extra baskets that North's been able to put on have been second and third chances. And I gotta be honest, I haven't seen the attention to the box out detail from the Foxborough girls that I saw in the first half that was giving them so much success. I think they need to stick with the game plan, do what was working. They'll be fine. Try not to throw this first pass into the corner here. I mean, they're clearly looking to trap the corner, and you're just putting yourself in a difficult spot when you throw it right to where they want you to go, and they can swallow you up using the sideline and the baseline as a third and fourth defender. It is a diamond press. You can see the 1-2-1-1 setup, and those first two girls are going to trap the ball immediately. I'd like to see maybe a flash from the forwards and then an aggressive slash to the middle by one of the guards.
Well, what we've seen is when they've beat it with the pass, they've done a nice job and they've had opportunities to attack.
There's the trap coming. And
wow, very indecisive call, but in the end, he's going to give it to Foxborough. And they're going to get the inbound from the sideline. Oh! Cat throws to Warner before she's ready. And this is going to be a test of their poise right now. Hopefully they will not come unraveled. They got to stay together. The Foxborough faithful are behind them right now with the defense chance. They're in a 2-3 zone. Long three. Great box out by Warner. That's got to be going down the other way.
It's got to be on North. You got to call it on 24 right there.
Oh,
Allie McHugh.
Boy. That looked like an obvious over the back. I thought Warner had perfect box out position.
Unbelievable call.
I'm not quite sure what you want Kirsten Warner to do in there. She's perfectly boxing out with her hands up. North gets the call. And again, this is going to be a test of poise and composure for Foxborough. Things are not going well right now. Let's see if they can stay with the game plan and make a few big plays.
Lisa Downs irate. I would be too. Terrible
I am
call.
irate.
Terrible call. Luckily, it doesn't.
That's a foul on North. Cassie Harrison is going to get to go to the line for a 1-and-1 here. And this is big free throws for the Warriors. Hopefully get a chance to extend their lead, get a little breathing room, get a little positive momentum.
They just got to relax here, not panic. You still have the 4-point lead. Things haven't gone your way, but you're still in control of the game. 5:19 left. You're up by 4. Now you've got one of your best shooters at the free throw line going with a 1-and-1. Cassie Harrison. Okay.
Good. Cassie has made 20 out of 30 on the year, 67%. That's going to bump her percentage up a little bit more. Jamie Ballou checking into the game for Kirsten Warner. Warner can catch her breath. Ballou, a senior, coming in crunch time. And Harrison calmly knocks them both down. Justin Zupanik loves it. And Foxborough is right back up by 6. Seeing some zone here.
Justin could have actually served as a cheerleader for Foxborough this fall for the football team. A late whistle right there by the official. I mean, almost as if he looked to see that the ball didn't go in the hoop and then decides that it's a foul. And you just don't like to see the indecisive officiating. I mean, there's the shot. I guess she does bump her there, so I'm going to take that back, take the blame on myself. She does kind of box her out, take her legs out, and it was after the shot. So I do apologize for my missing of the call.
Foxborough maintains a 6-point lead at 46-40. That basket rolled out.
Allie McHugh did pick up her 4th foul on that last possession where Cassie Harrison was shooting free throws. Beaupre has struggled at the line tonight. She has missed over 4 free throws at this point, but does knock down that to cut the lead to 5.
Ballou in the corner. Oh.
Steps on the line.
You'd like to see Ballou there not use up that dribble. Just be strong with the ball, And we got to get some flashes to the ball and some cuts and try to pass out of that trap. If you can just make one pass out of that trap, then you're in business.
Wow. Julia Strachan again from deep.
The freshman, you got to make one pass out of the trap. There it is, and now you're in business. Nice job by Kristen Bortolotti.
Julia Strachan has hit a couple big threes here for North Attleboro to get him right back into it. 2-point game, 4:45 left.
Harrison again, can't get it to go. Great job by Carolyn Will in there to scrap for it. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession's going to go to Foxborough.
Let's see, I'd like to see a nice out-of-bounds play here. Get a look for one of your best players. Looks like Tammy Malone is taking it out. Don't be surprised to see her get it back, ball side corner. She goes opposite, screen down.
Some drive and kick action here. Plenty of time. That's the shot you want. Carolyn Will is automatic from there, I'll tell you. That is a great option for the Lady Warriors. 4-point lead now.
She's really had a big night, Caroline.
Nice trap right there. Don't want to foul here. You want to make
good
the big
deflection.
baskets. Nice job. Take your time. Get a good shot. Coming up on 4 minutes to go in the game.
Cat settles him down here. 48-45 Foxborough.
2-3 zone. Anytime they've hit the high post, pass deflected and stolen by Beaupre. She gets in there and misses. And again, we see the lack of rebounding hurting the Warriors. Third opportunity goes in. Back to Tammy Lonis. It's a 2-point game. Yes, that's what you want to see. Tammy Lonis aggressive. Settling for the jumper. Carolyn Will. Automatic. I'll tell you what. Automatic. 50-46. Foxborough in the lead.
Two huge baskets
Big
back-to-back by Will. Timeout called by the coach of North as they're making a layup. So sometimes you want to get something drawn up, but
you hate to see that, CJ.
Well, I don't.
To see that.
Not in this environment. I don't. But
I'll tell you. Some of Foxborough's best offensive basketball tonight has come with Carolyn Will and Cassie Harrison in there together as forwards. Even though they're both young as just sophomores, it's just so helpful to have extra shooting on the court. You can really space things out. You get a lot more out of those drive and kick opportunities. And Carolyn Will has been a real weapon for the Lady Warriors tonight. And the North Attleboro coaching staff is going to have to figure out how to shut her down and make an adjustment there, because she's been the difference tonight.
You love the fact that Coach Downs is confident in her young players, not afraid to play her young players in big moments. And you think you can see that the girls are using their confidence, they're feeding off Coach's confidence in them, knocking down some big shots in big moments from very young players. And it's a bright future for Foxborough as far as basketball is concerned on the ladies' side here.
For now, we'll worry about tonight, though. We've got to close this game out. 50-46, Foxborough leads with 3:35 to go. Again, I think it's very clear. You got to defend the three-point line. A lot of the North threes are going to come off Beaupre drive and kick. So the more you can keep Beaupre out of the lane with those right-hand drives, the better off you'll be. You got to close out hard to the three-point line, and you've got to rebound the ball and not give second and third chances. Perrin slicing in off the ball screen. She scores. Whatever they drew up worked.
Coach Downs switches.
There's going to be a foul.
Coach Downs switching the man on that play. Looked like Bortolotti was matched up on Perrin. She got caught up on the screen. And honestly, the help didn't come from anywhere. They watched her drive right down the middle of the paint. It opened like the Red Sea, and Moses brought the Israelites out.
Kat Tamulonis to the line for some big free throws here. Will be 1-1. That is the 8th team foul on North. And she calmly knocks it down. Big-time players step up in big-time games. Here's Perrin again, no help on the screen. Ballou late to get there, maybe not wanting to commit that 5th foul, but you still got to step in, try to take a charge and do your job to close that off. Tamulonis misses the second one, and it's a one-possession game. Little breakdown there by the Warriors, and they are lucky that that wasn't an and one opportunity to tie this game up. You've got to get matched up, especially off the free throw. You got to be talking about who you have.
Well, number 24, Allie McHugh to the line. She has 4 fouls. Staying aggressive. You'd like to see that. She's a senior. She's going to be looking for scoring. Don't want to see Foxborough lose number 35, Julia Strachan, who is a freshman but has knocked down a couple big threes here. Want to see a big box out in this possession. You know Strachan and Beaupre will be crashing hard.
Second free throw by McHugh is no good, and you called it, CJ. Strachan crashing hard. Ball's going to be out of bounds to North, and they're going to have the opportunity to tie or take the lead here. Coach Downs didn't like that call. 51-49, Foxborough up 2. North with the ball. Coming up on 3 minutes to go.
For North right there. had the person wide open on the side there, throwing it away. And 2-point lead they still have with 3:13 remaining.
Samuelonis looks to inbound right in front of us. Throws the ball down court.
Beating it with the pass again. You like to see it.
Nice job. Now Ballou settles them into their offense. They like to see him get a quick shot. Quick ball reversal. Kirsten Bortolotti is open.
Oh.
She is a big-time athlete. We saw her on the soccer field all fall, and we're seeing it here tonight. Knocks down the three to give Foxborough some breathing room. That's a big-time shot by the freshman.
Will and Bortolotti tonight have been the difference for Foxborough as far as it's gone. And
big rebound by Harrison. Squeeze it, get fouled. Squeeze it and get fouled. Squeeze it. You got to get on the floor for it. And it's going to be tied up, and it's going to go North Attleboro ball. You'd like to see Harrison maybe squeeze that ball, not try to dribble it out, maybe wait for a foul call or just pass it out. But they're going to have to get another stop here.
She was converged upon by 3 North Attleboro defenders.
Oh, at least.
Back
out of bounds
side
there
layup
by
there.
North, and they cut it back to 2. Inbounds comes to Ballou, hits Bortolotti streaking up the court. Finds Harrison in the corner, nice move. And I'll tell you what, CJ, something I really like is that Foxborough is continuing to attack right now. They're not slowing the ball down or getting tight. They don't feel like they have enough points to win. They continue to attack and aggressively look to score. And that's very important at this stage of the game. A deep 3. They gotta have the rebound, can't come up with it.
A travel call. Wow.
Foxborough is gonna have to get the ball in bounds against pressure again here in a dead ball situation.
Here you see the last basket. Cassie Harrison with an excellent shot fake. Blows right by for the one dribble pull up. Nothing but net. I mean,
Harrison, Will, and Bortolotti have been terrific tonight. We have a turnover there by Foxborough. With just under 2 minutes to go. Foxborough has a 4-point lead. And we're going to get Perrin going to the line here.
Ball coming over our area again. Picked up by Andrew Block, freshman star point guard for our JV team.
Speaking of bright futures, Andrew Block is one you're going to want to keep your eye on.
That is a block. Bortolotti not able to get her body in front of that, taking it on the side. Yeah. You're never going to get a charge call taking it on a side angle like that.
Right idea by Bortolotti to take the charge. She just got there a step too late, which doesn't happen too often with her. Perrin calmly knocks it down.
And a quick look at Foxborough freshman coach Eleanor Petrovic, whose team went undefeated this year in their play.
Just under 2 minutes to go, and it is going to stay a 3-point game. I was just about to say, rebounding is going to be the difference here for Foxborough coming down the stretch. They've got to find a way to get some rebounds.
Beaupre has been an absolute beast on the boards here. Just not converting her layups. And it's really been fortunate for Foxborough that she hasn't, because we might not have a lead right now if she had. Kick out.
There's the freshman Bortolotti. Can't quite get it to go, but I like the shot. Breakout opportunity. And they're going to call a foul on Bortolotti, which, frankly, North may have had numbers down court, so that may work out in Foxborough's favor, but I'm not sure if I like the call. As you said earlier, CJ, it seems like the officiating's been a little inconsistent. There have been times they've let them play and let a lot of contact go, and there's times where they call that.
Wow.
And that had no impact on the play, and it's just inconsistent. I mean, let the kids play and decide the game rather than call something like that had no impact on the play. Beaupre back to the line.
As a coach, as a player, as a referee, I've always been in favor of less whistle. The less whistle, the more basketball. You call the ones that are obvious.
Call the ones that have an impact on the play where advantage is created, but something like that.
Actually, you might have taken away the advantage. If she knocks both these down, it won't make a difference, but they did have numbers going away, like you said. Able to knock both down.
It is a 1-point game with 1:27 to go. Foxborough trying to close the job, and another.
And McHugh's going to foul out on that.
Another soft foul call, but this one's going to play in Foxborough's favor. I guess that evens things up. Tamulonis going to go to the line. Still 1-1. That's the 9th team foul on North Attleboro.
That's going to be the 5th, however, on
Perhaps
McHugh.
more importantly, the 5th foul on Allie McHugh. So now 2 seniors have fouled out for North. Both Jill Costello and Allie McHugh. 2 big pieces to the puzzle for them. And you feel like this game, CJ, is going to come down to, can Foxborough make their free throws, and can Foxborough get enough defensive rebounds off of North Attleboro misses? If they can do those 2 things, I really like their chances.
Coach Del Bonis coming in with Ashley Ahern. Definitely a shooter, so she's been not afraid to put him up. Hasn't made a lot tonight, but definitely has a nice stroke. We saw her shooting a little bit in warm-up, so can't let her get free. You know she's been confident. Got to make sure you spot up and find her.
Carolyn Rathgeb checks in for Carolyn Will. Maybe an offense-defense type substitution. Get Carolyn Rathgeb in there for defense. Maybe she can help you pull down some of those rebounds inside. But Carolyn Will has certainly played well on the offensive end, so that's a situation to monitor that substitution pattern. Tamulonis calmly knocks down both free throws. Zupanik and O'Halloran love it. Foxborough lead back up to 3.
1:23 left in the game here. North down 3. Foxborough holding on to this 3-point lead. There's a
man-to-man defense. That'll help them get out on the shooters. That'll help them find their box-out responsibilities. Ahern, deep 3, not shy. Can't get it to go. And there's Rathgeb right on cue, fighting for the rebound. Foxborough possession arrow. That's why she's in there.
I think we saw both of what we saw. Rathgeb getting the rebound. Ahern with the wide open 3 again. Not afraid to shoot it. Got to be careful.
Coach Down's going to stay with Rathgeb on offense. Tamulonis gets it inbounds to Ballou. They've done a good job beating it with the pass. They're going to clear it out for Ballou. Tamulonis staying aggressive. Good decision by Rathgeb to not shoot that. You got plenty of time. Let's get it out of the corner if possible. It's going to stay Foxborough ball. Not sure how many timeouts Coach Downs has.
I was just going to mention
this might be a good time to draw up a play, make sure everyone's on the same page. You have the exact play you want, because if you can score here, you can make it tough for North.
Yeah, you really want to make sure your players know in this situation, any trouble you get in, you call the timeout.
Got 12 on the shot clock. Tamulonis attacks, dumps it off. We're going to have a foul on the floor, which is still going to be 2 shots, as Foxborough is now in the double bonus. And something you mentioned earlier, CJ, chest pass for a shot on the perimeter for a jump shot, bounce pass for a layup. Tamulonis with the bounce pass, and it pays off. Cassie Harrison.
You'd like to see her on the line. She's been very good tonight. Hopefully I don't pull the old announcer jinx on it, but she knocks it down.
She is a good enough player to overcome your jinx. Foxborough lead is up to 4.
My jinxes have never been known to be the most powerful, so.
Well, that's good to know. Harrison looking to complete the job, and she does it. Like we said, free throws and defensive rebounds are important right now. We are coming up on 40 seconds to go in the game. The Foxborough faithful getting excited. Ahern with the drive. What is the call here? I don't know what that was. It looks like it's going to be on Carolyn Rathgeb, and that's going to be her 5th, but I'm not quite sure what happened there. I'd like to see a replay. I mean, clearly it was in the rebounding action. Oh, I mean, I got to think, we're right in front of it. It looked like Ahern literally just was out of control and just fell. I don't agree with that call. I didn't see any contact, certainly not enough to foul her out of the game and put Ahern on the free throw line with 36.6 seconds to go. I like the substitution. Karen LeWill coming in, another girl who can handle the ball, make shots, make free throws, another skilled player out on the court.
This really changes the game, however, that foul call. You're talking about a 5-point lead with the ball. No, it's going to have to foul. Now you got Ahern on the line here, missing the front end here, almost completely airballing it, but it's nicking the front rim. Got to have this rebound. You have to have a good box out on this play if you're Carolyn Will and Cassie Harrison, and you're going to double up from the other side on the fast break.
And they do. Cassie gets the rebound. You'd like to see her hold the ball. She just made 2 free throws. Tamulonis wants it now. Gets it across the timeline. You'd like to see her pull it out. Just relax and pull it out. There you go. CJ,
right there,
we said shortly ago, if they make free throws and get defensive rebounds, they're going to be fine. And they've done those things in the last 2 minutes. And here they are with a 5-point lead. And the freshman, Kristen Bortolotti, on the line. Luckily, she's not your typical freshman. She's got ice water in her veins.
Looks like North's going to try the old ice the shooter move. Try to get the freshman thinking about it on the bench with 25 seconds left. You've got to be happy with the control you're in here if you're Foxborough. You got 2 shots, able to make it a 3-possession game with 25 seconds left. At that point, you just want to make sure you're not fouling on the other end, and you also want to make sure you're getting those defensive rebounds and literally just hold on to it until you get a foul.
If you're Coach Downs right now, you're reviewing your defensive strategy, which is going to involve guarding the 3-point line, not fouling, and you're also talking about your press break and how you're going to get the ball into your best free throw shooters. We have some real characters over here. I see a lot of Mohawks. As the Foxborough boys basketball team is getting excited for their game tomorrow at Bishop Feehan. But first, hopefully the girls can finish off this one and get an upset win on the road to start things off. Been great fan support here for Foxborough here at North Attleboro. Hopefully we'll get the same at Fian tomorrow night. All the super fans coming out to support us.
Look for North Attleboro to push this ball regardless of make or miss, try to get a quick score, and you can expect the coach, Del Bonis, will get a quick timeout to try to set up a press defense and get some traps down. Right now, we're looking for Bortolotti to knock down a couple free throws.
It's all right. She misses the first, but that's all right. Foxborough's still in good position. If I'm Coach Downs, I probably want to have one person get up on the point guard so they can't just roll it, and so they can't just come flying up the court. Maybe just turn them once in the backcourt just to take as much time off as you can. Let's see what they do. Nope, it looks like they're going to get back.
6-point game.
6-point game. You got to guard the three-point line here, and they don't do it. They let Parent get open. They're lucky. North finishes with just a 2. Tamulonis inbounds to Harrison. Harrison squeezes.
And North Attleboro was trying to get a timeout there. The referees did not acknowledge it. Surprising, because you assume that usually as an official you want to be looking for that anyway as a coach. You got to know the time and score situation that he's going to be looking to get that timeout right there.
Especially with the 3-person officiating crew. In the regular season you get 2, but with the extra official out there, you'd think there'd be someone right next to the bench ready for that call. Harrison to the line for the first of 2. And she's been money from the line all night. Can't say enough good things about the contributions of Harrison, Bortolotti, and Will tonight, stepping up as young players for this Foxborough team. She can put it back to a 6-point game, and does. North's going to need 2 threes in the next 13 seconds. You want to slow the ball down. They let her go into the paint. She misses. Belusa carries the rebound. Bortolotti squeezes in the corner, and that's going to do it, folks.
Wow.
Foxborough is up 6, going to the line with 4.2 seconds to go, and a great job by the Foxborough Lady Warriors, the 13 seed, coming in to upset the 4 seed on their home court, avenging a regular season loss, and they upset the Kelly Rex champions tonight. And I'll tell you, that's got to feel good for Coach Downs and her team.
What a win here tonight. You gotta give credit all around the board for Foxborough. It's one thing to have 1 or 2 people step up, but you love to see the young players step up. You like to see the people scoring from all different places tonight. People were very confident. The girls were swinging the ball, sharing it well with each other, and people weren't afraid to make shots.
I really liked, as I said earlier, the aggressiveness. When things weren't going well for Foxborough, they stayed confident, they stayed aggressive, and they just kept their poise and their composure when things weren't going well, and that's a well-deserved win. Good for them to celebrate. They've earned it. That is a well-deserved win.
Big-time play there. Girls are very excited. They put the work in. They've had some time to prepare. Coach Downs did a great job tonight on the sideline, mixing up the lineups, giving confidence to our young players. And, we'll see where the matchup takes them here. I'm not actually sure who they play in the next round right now. Just focusing on one game at a time, as we always do as coaches. But big win tonight, team win. Got to be proud of the girls as they come in and steal a big game here from North Attleboro on their home gym.
The looks on their faces said it all. Like I said, a well-deserved team win tonight. Went out and did the job on both ends of the court. They were able to get enough rebounds, make enough free throws down the stretch. And again, things were not going well. They had a double-digit lead. North got it all the way down to 1. It would have been real easy for them to kind of fold, succumb to the pressure, succumb to the momentum on the road. But they stayed together as a team. They kept their poise and composure. They stayed with the plan, and they made enough plays to get the win. And I'm sure Coach Downs is really proud of her team. And that's just a great team victory.
Once again, we've had a great time. We've had a great time doing this game for you tonight here from North Attleboro. This is CJ Neely and John Gibbs. We'll be signing off for tonight, but look forward to seeing the action coming up soon as the girls go on to the next round of the state tournament, looking for another big win. Possibly a home court game now that they've taken over the 4 seed. So we'll see.
We will see what happens. Again, great contributions throughout the lineup tonight. Kristen Bortolotti, Carolyn Will, Cassie Harrison, Siobhan Nolan with some good minutes off the bench. Brooke Buckner came in, hit a big jump shot early. And of course, the stellar guard play as always by Jamie Ballou, Kat Tamulonis, and Kirsten Warner. Just a great all-around team win. A lot of contributors throughout the lineup. And they're happy to be practicing tomorrow.
Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. We'll look forward to seeing the girls in the next round as we go on. And again, hopefully we can get some support out for the Foxborough boys team tomorrow at Bishop Fian, 6:30. For that, it's CJ Neely and John Gibbs signing off.